Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If this is the first time you are seeing these faces, you are welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for always coming back. We are so grateful. So in this video, we are going to talk about the visas we used. My husband used the visitor's visa to come to Nigeria, while I used the spouse visa to come to the UK. So we are going to give you guys the details about the documents and everything and how long it took for the visas to be approved. Stay tuned, guys.
About the visitor visa are two ways to get. The first way is to apply inside the country where you are, and the second way is to apply on arrival in the airport.
That is visa on arrival.
Visa on arrival.
But it's risky.
Yes, it's a visitor visa. I personally avoid this type of visa because I was a bit afraid that if I missed something or any documents,
It's tricky.
you cannot get the visa and they might send you back to get the documents that you need. So in my case, I choose to apply here inside the country. First of all, I applied online on Nigerian website. I applied for the visa and you have to pay a fees. I don't remember how much exactly it is, but it's not expensive.
Can I ask you, what was the document that was required for this?
I can't remember all the documents, but are some personal documents like IDs.
Okay.
Nothing much, nothing more than that. So you have to pay the tax and fees online, and then you set up an appointment where you have to go to Nigerian embassy in London to get your visitor visa. Apply for it. I sort out a date, and I went there for the interview. It's very good and indicated to have all the documents that they ask for, to have them with you. Some of them I didn't have them. So you will receive an email where they specify there all the documents that you need for the interview. When I went there to apply for it, there was many people there applying for passports, visas, and many other IDs and stuff like this. So first time when I get there, it took me like 3-4 hours just to be able to apply for the visa. They will take your fingerprints and details, and the passport remains there. And it tells you in no more than 3 weeks you will receive your visa. So when you go there, go in time to have time to plan everything you have to do.
How long did it take the visa to come in, like to be approved?
So it took around no more from the moment I decided to apply for the visa until I got the passport back in my hands. It didn't took more than a month.
Wow.
So in my case, I choose to go back to London, to go back to Nigerian embassy to take back my passport. When I go back to pick up my passport, everything went very fast. I went there, knock on the door, I'm here to pick up my passport. They just give the passport and that's it.
I believe tourist visa wasn't that difficult. It's because you're a foreigner coming to Nigeria, so definitely they're going to grant that. They will never deny that. Now, the spouse visa. What was the document needed and how did everything went down?
Before we share so many details about the documents, there is interesting aspect that you need to know. The spouse visa is not going to approve if you live in a shared place, in a shared accommodation.
Okay, like you don't live in a flat or you don't own your own house in UK, they won't accept the spouse visa. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Wow.
Because one of the requirements, they will require from your landlord to check your facility where you live if you have everything you need, like your own bedroom, your own bathroom, your own kitchen. And if all these things, if you live in a shared place, they won't allow your wife to join or your husband to join.
It's better.
So you need to have your own place, rented of course, or your own, but not in a shared place.
So what was the first thing that went down with this spouse visa?
First of all, we used a solicitor.
That is a lawyer, solicitor.
Yes.
Over here they call it solicitor, but it's a lawyer. Okay.
Because the cost of the visa is a bit high, so we didn't want the risk for visa to be denied.
Exactly.
So as time as someone represents your case, you can be sure the visa will work well.
Not 100% though, but at least let's say 85%. That is if you have everything that you need or they need. If you provide everything needed for it, Yes.
So once you talk with your solicitor, he will give you, also you can do your own requirements on the internet, but he will give you the list with the documents that
Yeah.
you need. One of the requirements is the financial requirement, which from April changed, 20 or 16 April or start to change. Before that,
That is in a year, if you're not earning up to like 18,600, like that was the previous one, you can't do this. Like if your salary is not up to 18,000 something yearly, you can't do this. But now they have increased it from 18,600 to 29,000 something, right? I don't know what is on top, but it's now 29,000 something. You must be able to earn up to 29,000 something yearly before you can apply for spouse visa.
so if you don't earn about this amount, or I think it's somewhere 26 or even more,
I think
26,000
it's
a year or
29.
29.
29,
So if you
yeah.
don't have this income earning in during 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
you can't apply.
That's all.
The way that you can prove that you earn this money during the year, you have to upload the pay slips from the last 12 months. Also, you can prove with the bank statements that you also have to give them. And the P60 is the annual income slip
Mm-hmm.
that where you can see how much money you earn that
In a
year.
year, yeah.
One aspect that is very important to every step that we did, including the money, the financial situation, you have to build up your case. You have to upload all these 12 payslips, bank account statements,
Mm-hmm.
and the P60. And then the next thing, Once your file is ready, your solicitor is going to upload for
Yeah.
the visa itself. Until you don't have everything you need, they won't upload the document
They'll just
for
spend
the
it.
visa. Exactly. So first of all, you gather your papers on your file, and when the file is ready, your solicitor will apply. Until it's not ready, you just build it up one by one.
Mm. Okay.
So this is about the financial. Let's talk about, and here I will let you say more detail about how do you prove that your relation is genuine.
Okay. After the financial aspect, you have to prove that you and your spouse are married. You have to give them proof of marriage, that is the sat, the wedding pictures, maybe the pictures where you guys are on vacation, any picture that show that you guys are always spending time together. And also the family aspect is not really that necessary, but maybe spending time together or spending time together with your families, you get. So you have to provide those things. Is very, very, very important.
Also here we uploaded some screenshots of our conversations.
Yes, yes. Message from WhatsApp and Facebook.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially from WhatsApp and Facebook. Here, many people will be scared, saying, "Oh my God, they will see our conversation where we argue."
You
I know,
can.
okay, this is true, but you take some screenshots, like 20 of them, in
Mm-hmm.
the morning, different discussion whatsoever,
Yeah.
and take the
Just choose the
screenshots and
best.
send it.
The one that you
Yes,
think
yes, yes,
is
yes.
lovely and the most
And
romantic one.
also, the required for history of the phone calls and or
Yeah.
video calls.
All the like WhatsApp voice call and WhatsApp video calls, right?
Yes, so we show them the history for 1 year, I think, the history of the phone calls that we had. So we offer all these details only from the last year, from the last 12 months.
Also, you have to change the name of your partner. If you save the name of your partner with my love, my rock, you have to change it to her name or his name. You understand? So my husband had to change my name from the lovely, sweet names he calls me to Ozioma.
Yes, a very important aspect. You have to change her name into Ozioma for them to know who are you speaking with. Because
Yeah.
who is my love or who is my
Anybody.
sweetheart, or however you tell to your partner, he needs to have the name Ozioma or Sabin. Another two small proofs that you need to add to your file would be a letter from your employer. In this letter, they will ask them to specify the date when you start to work for them until present, the role that you have in the company, and the annual income, which we spoke a bit earlier. So this letter also will go the file. Another one is a letter, like I said, from the landlord. Into this letter, your landlord will say, have no issue with your partner to come and join you. So this is why it's important to have your flat rented and not a shared place.
So that means you can't bring anybody in to live with you without the landlord knowing.
Obviously not.
Oh my God.
It's not possible.
If it's
So
in Nigeria, anybody can come and stay.
So if your landlord is not agree with your partner to come and join you, you have to move from that place, because otherwise the visa won't be approved.
Yeah.
So all this time I was working to provide the documents I mentioned earlier, to put them on the visa file. My wife was working on her side.
Yeah, so after after the document arrangement, so I was told that I was going to write an English test. Oh my God, I was a little bit nervous because I don't even know what I will be asked, you know. I had to prepare, I had to do little research about the English test, and I came across a lot of few things, information. So I had to move with the information. So I got prepared. My husband book the date and the month we planned to book. When we tried to book, it was filled up. So we had no choice than to book the available ones there. So it was booked, and I had to buy my ticket to Lagos because the center was in Lagos. I chose Lagos because I know few areas in Lagos. You can also write in Abuja, like I heard, but I don't know anybody in Abuja, and I don't know Abuja very well. I've not even been to Abuja self. So Lagos, I've been there like several times, so I can find my way. Okay, so I had to book it in Lagos, and I bought my ticket and I flew to Lagos.
The thing with the English test is every country has a specific score that you need to pass if you want to get a visa. So if you score 60%, 70 or 75%, your visa can be denied. So this is why it's important to score high as possible.
When I wrote my own exam, I scored 100. That gave me that confidence that my visa will be approved because we have provided everything that was requested or everything that was required. So what remained was my exam. Like, I have to pass. I was scared at the beginning because I don't even know what to expect. I don't even know what I'm going to score. I thought I would fail. But to God be the glory. I wrote it, I passed, and I scored 100. So I had to send my certificate to my husband. Then 2 days later, I now went for my TB test. My husband documents, everything's ready and waiting for me to do my own part, which is passing my exam and also my TB test results.
So the thing is, to have a very clear idea, we start the visa process in January and we end up applying for it in April. So this is the time scale they took to prepare all these documents.
Because we have to follow due process. You don't have to be faster than your shadow. You feel step by step. You have to follow due process. He was done. I had to not do mine, and I had to pass. Okay, imagine I didn't pass. You know what it means? We'll start all over again. So that is it. Due process.
Because if you score below the requirement, then all this money, all the efforts, all
just
the
be a waste.
yeah,
So they won't approve the visa if you didn't pass the English test. You have to pass, like it's a must. No back, no corner. You have to pass it before they will grant it.
If you can tell them, I love, where was the place where you had all these two tests?
The truth
They
is
might
that
be
I can't
interested.
remember. Yeah, I can't remember. But when you book, I believe when you book, the center will show. Yeah, when you book, like when you pay for the exam, they will give you centers both in Lagos and Abuja. So you will choose the place you feel you want to stay. Like me, I choose Lagos because I don't know Abuja very well. I've not even been to Abuja. So I go to Lagos more often. So I know places in Lagos. So that was why I booked Lagos to write it. So I can't remember the name, but when you pay for it, names of centers will be there. Yeah, I can't remember.
The English test and the TB test are the last thing that you have to
Yes.
do, because they have a limited time of availability,
Yeah,
like
true,
30
true.
days. So are the last two things you apply. I received the certificate from her. I took all these things to my solicitor when we applied for visa. There's one interesting aspect that we could share about this. We applied in April for the visa before the rules changed.
Yes.
Exactly before. Obviously, we knew that
Yeah,
from
it's going to
16
change.
April
Yeah,
the
it's going
things
to
will change.
change.
So we try to make it to apply before 16
Because
April.
if we haven't done that, that means we are going to pay more. The money will increase from what we have already paid. Yeah.
Yes, that's very important aspect.
Honestly. So that was it. After I sent my husband my results and my TB results, so my visa was processed. The lawyer had to process my visa. Then after that, there were some documents that was sent to my email. So I had to go to the cyber cafe near me and print all those documents because I'll be taking them for my biometrics. We booked my biometric. It was another struggle on its own because of dates and all that, but we were able to find a good date. We booked it. I flew to Lagos again, went for my biometric. Nothing much there in biometric. They will not ask you any question, no interview, nothing. You just come there, they will take your passport and the document, they will check some things, you make some fees. I've forgotten the fees I made the payment for. I've forgotten, but you have to just pay some money. I think about 20 something. Let me just say 30,000. I don't know if it's up to 50. Let me just say 30,000. I paid there. Yes, after that, they took my address, like where my passport will be returned to me, the address that it will be returned, and some detail about me. Yeah, after my biometric, after everything was now processed. I have to wait. Nobody knows if the visa will be approved. Even the lawyer that applied it don't even know if it will be approved. The lawyers will tell you, see, oh, so it's not them that give visa normally, so they will tell you, we don't give visa, we do our best and leave the rest for the immigrations. So they did their own part and we now have to wait for my visa to be approved.
So now there is a standard time where they tell you in how long it will take until they process the visa, which is no more than 2 or 3 months, or it can take up to 9 or 10 months.
Yeah, so I made some research, online when the visa will be approved. Some places I saw weeks, some places I saw months. So I was confused. Like every day of my life, I keep browsing when and how long it will take for this visa to be approved. So at the point, I came across a video that stated that the visa will be approved within 3 months. That is, if you didn't pay for priority. We didn't pay for priority. We just did it in a standard way. We didn't pay for priority. We felt that everything we provided was what they need. So there's no need to pay for priority. So we had to wait. With those videos and informations I got, I had to now take it like, okay, fine, it will be approved in the next 3 months.
From all the inquiries that we done, we saw that if you pay for priority, it doesn't necessarily mean your visa will be approved faster or
Exactly,
sooner.
true. Yeah. Some pay for it, it comes out within days, weeks, okay? But I still see people that complain bitterly that they pay for priority, but nothing came out.
We prefer to wait because we knew only one thing: the visa, the way we done the visa, it was correct. There was
Exactly.
nothing wrong in that visa. There was not even one requirement to have something wrong in it.
Everything was checked.
was checked and
Yeah.
correct.
Exactly. So we had to wait. Like I said before in my previous video, I carry God for head though, because me, I had to pray. I had to pray vividly. Like I had to pray like I have never prayed in my life before. So the visa was supposed to be approved in 3 months, but to go be it, my visa was approved within 2 months. The 3 months was supposed to be July. Yes. The 3 months was supposed to be July, but in June, that was 23, 24, my visa was approved. I was about going to bed one special night, one sweet night, around 11 p.m. I was about going to bed. I just told my husband good night. We exchanged our normal love stuff. Only for me to log out, my husband just sent me a PDF. I was like, what is this? What is he sending me? Hey! I opened the PDF. I can't see. Congratulations. Your visa is successful. All these things that Pastor Jerry will say, how will you shout? Like, honestly, I won't lie. I was shocked. I don't even have mouth to shout. I was just saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Hey!
We are happy with these things, but the truth is, the waiting time, that was a nightmare. It wasn't easy because every week we check the progress. And here there is an interesting aspect: are 6 steps into the visa approval. First 3 stages are going very quickly. The first stage is uploading, submitting the documents. The second one show that they received the documents, and the third stage it show that they start to process your visa.
And the last three is now going to the decision making center. That is the one that will stay there for months. Once that last three shows green, that means decision has been made. Either they have approved it or they have denied it. And after that, you receive an email saying that it was approved or it was denied. So that was it. To God be it, within the 2 months, my visa was approved. He sent the PDF, everything. I was speechless, but at the same time, I was thankful and I was, grateful to God because He did this, not me. He did it. So, guys, we have come to the end of this video and we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for always coming by. We appreciate, and don't forget, guys, we post here every Monday and we have an amazing topic to share with you guys next Monday. Don't forget, always come here every Monday to see the beautiful thing we have dropped.
If you enjoyed our video and you found it interesting, you can show your appreciation with a like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please, guys, like and subscribe. Subscribe, guys, is very, 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 very important. This will show that you guys appreciate what we are doing, and this will encourage us also to do more videos. Thank you, guys, and see you guys in our next video. Bye.